want you to know you express that a lot.
That's the biggest thing I get from you. That's the only.
So if you're worried about not expressing that, then...
I don't know why you wanna treat me this way.
Well. It turns out we're here again. Bromantic Podcast. Number 1 in the country, number 1 in your hearts. Don't ever think twice when it comes to head lice. Don't start a fire when you're looking at a funeral pyre. Make sure you wish for magic, otherwise things will be tragic. Welcome.
Is that actually the intro or you just...
I imagine so, yeah, why not?
I'm Ryan.
I'm Gaz.
This is
Bromantic. That's a very low energy start.
It was, yeah.
Yeah, really.
I don't imagine you're going to perk up too much from that either.
Why?
Because you've been that level for a while now.
That's a bit mean.
Unless we want to do an advert.
We are in. We are in, on, and underneath every single part of you. Welcome to the Bromantic Podcast.
Yeah, crikey.
I'm perking up and perked. What's your name?
My name?
I'm new here.
Yeah. Well, if you're up and perked, I'm in and jerked.
Why did you make that dirty?
I didn't mean to.
Yeah.
Up and perked could be perceived as dirty.
If you had just made it not dirty. Up and perked, down and murked.
I'm not down and murked.
No, good.
Why would I want that?
I wouldn't want you down and murked ever.
Sorry,
I'm pretty sure that means you're dead.
I'm down and murked. That is an unfortunate situation
Yeah.
for you.
It's going to be a difficult podcast
You should get a new name.
with the dead host. We're jumping straight in with another little game that I've just thought of off the top of my head and researched for hours and hours and end all throughout the week, 10 minutes before the podcast,
Lovely.
called, I Can't Believe It 2, the sequel.
Ooh, I like that it's number 2.
Yeah. Number 1 didn't get raving reviews, so this is the second one. No.
The one that hasn't been released yet.
One we've never done. Can't Believe It 2, the sequel. Did you know? In Washington State, there is a real-life law stating that it's illegal to kill Bigfoot and other Sasquatch-like creatures.
That's a real law.
It's a genuine law. And I don't blame them. Only reason being, if you did find something like that, would you want to kill it?
Okay.
Like on the just in case.
I can get that.
Yeah. I'd be like, yeah, it's better than having no law.
Yeah. All right. Can I tell you an interesting law?
Of course you can.
In Edinburgh, I believe it's Edinburgh. I know it's a Scottish city. It is illegal at the strike of noon, one day of the year, which I don't know the day, to kill a man with a bow and arrow.
Oh. Why? This is what I like about these laws. I kind of want to know why that's a law.
Yeah, I don't know.
Because at some point in time, that has to have made sense.
Yeah, also, it might be a crossbow, but it's definitely an arrow-type weapon.
But at some point in time, that made sense.
Yeah.
Whether it was that, like, the king shot someone at that time and date, and they were like, oh, fuck, that's a crime. Yeah. No, it's not. Ah! Do you know what I mean?
I'll make the laws.
Yeah.
So, yeah,
it's legal just for today.
Yep. At noon, when I shot him. Yeah. It was legal.
Didn't you see the law on the wall?
Oh.
That's where they get their laws.
That's an expression. Did you not see the law on the wall? That's a famous expression.
I imagine that in the days of ye old, they wrote all their laws on a wall.
I like to think that's where the expression, the writings on the wall, comes from.
You discovered the origins of sayings.
I'll tell you what, I don't believe it. I don't believe it.
That was not part of this game. Sloths are so slow in everything they do, including digestion. Because they digest food so slowly, they basically have to breathe out their farts because they can't actually fart.
I did hear something like this, but I guess I have to believe that.
Yeah, if a bunch of gas builds up in a sloth's intestines, it can get sick and potentially burst. Rather than farting, the gases are reabsorbed into the bloodstream and respired out of the lungs. I mean, would that just be a burp?
I was going to say, sounds like a burp to me. However, the only reason it's not a burp is because a burp is gas from the stomach. It doesn't come out through the lungs.
Yeah.
So if anything, that's just fucking disgusting. But
It's just stinky breath.
yeah, essentially. Oh, yeah, could you imagine? Yeah.
It'd take so long to tell them, though, wouldn't it? Would be gone.
Interesting as well. Talking about sloths.
Yep.
I don't know why it's come to me because it's actually about bears. Do you know that the largest bear that ever lived has got a really disappointing name? It's called the short-faced bear.
Yes. Yes, I do. The
And I find
short-faced
that
bear.
horribly
And has
disappointing.
really long legs.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, it's rapid.
Yeah.
But they reckon about 10,000 years ago, it's what stopped the Homo sapiens colonizing a certain land.
Really?
Because whenever they went to cross it, they came across short-faced
No.
bears, and they were like, "Nah,
Oh, we're good.
yeah,
That's why we haven't colonised the Arctic. Polar bears
you're right. That's the reason." Yes,
and penguins.
that's.
Emperor penguins. Oh, elephant seals.
I mean, they're massive. Yeah,
They're big and angry.
they are big boys. People don't realise how big an elephant seal really is. People think a walrus is big, small
Yeah, in
compared
comparison.
to elephant seals are massive.
Yeah, and they're just... Like, if you were thinking of an animal that's like no fucks given,
Yeah,
that's an elephant seal.
yeah, definitely.
Zero fucks given. But anything.
Yeah, definitely. Do you know, I was reading up actually on saltwater crocodiles the other day.
Yes.
And do you know they can weigh up to 2,000 kilograms?
Really?
2,000 pounds is how much a saltwater crocodile. It can grow up to 9 metres.
No, that's wrong.
The largest ever is called Chris. I can't remember its fucking name.
9 metres is too long.
And it's over 10 metres. It's in the Guinness World Record. You can Google it.
I don't...
Would you believe it? Who's playing this game? Who's playing it? Hey? Unbelievable. Chris the Croc. He's in Australia.
I don't believe it at all.
He grew over 10 metres and he was shot by a Polish woman. How do I know all this? Who knows? But here we are.
Croc facts with Ryan.
I fucking love it.
Cornflakes were invented to suppress sexual impulse and desire.
Yeah, do you know what? I don't understand. What is it about cornflakes other than them being dead?
It was used as part of an extreme diet promoted by his church to basically suppress horniness. So Kellogg thought sex and masturbation were abnormal and unhealthy, so he believed cornflakes and their lack of flavour would help to fight off any desire.
Mate, it will...
So we're just literally because they're just dead and flavourless.
Unbelievable, that was correct.
Yeah. They're so fucking boring. People are
Yeah.
like, God, I don't want to sex anything right now.
Yeah, God.
I couldn't do the sex right now.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, but you could say that about water, because that's dead as well. Imagine that being your diet, cornflakes and water.
I'm not going to lie, I quite enjoy cornflakes.
What, just plain...
Yeah, banging. I think it's really nice. With milk. Not on its own, obviously.
Yeah, well, but
There's
I
a bit
can't
of
stand
milk.
cornflakes with milk or anything.
Oh, dang it.
I love Frosties
You like Weetabix, though, don't you?
with a
Oh, you have a
shit
lot
ton
of sugar, don't you? Yeah.
One spoonful of sugar per Weetabix.
It's mental.
That's,
Watching you make Weetabix makes me sick.
Does it?
Yeah.
Makes me horny. So it does work. I guess the lack of sweetness have got me.
You like this one?
Go on.
Giraffes in the wild only sleep for around 5 minutes at a time. Because of the danger that they face in the wild, not only do they sleep while standing, but they also sleep intermittently, so they're prepared to run at any given moment. If keeping watch for a giraffe as they slept was a job, I'd apply in a heartbeat.
No.
Yeah. 5 minutes at a time.
I wonder, like, how long they're awake for in between the 5
Because
minutes.
that's 5 minutes, 5 minutes on, 5 minutes off.
Yeah, like I would like to know.
They must do it as like a team. Do you know what I mean?
Because like, obviously meerkats do the whole lookout
Yeah,
thing.
yeah.
Why don't giraffes do that?
Can't really see much, can they? Too many trees in the way. Always got their heads in the clouds.
All right, that one works.
Pain in the neck, innit?
All right, okay. All right, fine.
Couldn't spot danger a mile off.
Okay, I'll allow that one as well.
Giraffe puns. All written down.
Yeah.
I wrote them earlier.
Yeah. But no, I think that is very interesting. But I would just can't see how, after God knows how many years of evolution and chilling out in the savannah, wherever they are, that's still all they've come up with.
I suppose they're very easy to spot as well. This is the issue.
Yeah.
So, like, you're like, where's the foot? Oh, giraffe. Boom.
I know, but like elephants have fucking worked it out, man.
Yeah, but who wants to fucking fight an elephant? Jesus.
Buffaloes have got it better. Do you know what I mean? They've worked it out better.
Pack animals.
I mean, it's working for them. At the end of the day,
course.
I've never seen a tired giraffe.
Have you seen what?
A tired giraffe. So obviously,
Yeah, you can. And they fuck.
yeah. It's my 5 minutes, all right? Fuck off.
Humans are innately born with a fear of falling and a fear of loud noises. Any other fears that one may have are shaped or learned with experience.
Really?
Apparently so. I mean, I'm just reading this off a site, so it could be wrong. Because I feel like there's very sensible fears, but then are they taught? For example, the fear of sharks. It's a very sensible fear to have.
Yeah. Some things I don't even count as fears. I count as common sense.
Yeah.
So I feel like you should fear a
Fear
shark.
of shark, yeah.
So, but like things like spiders, I was taught that is a instinctual fear.
Why? Because spiders can be dangerous?
Yeah. Like from, previous like certain insects and stuff, we're taught to be afraid, not taught, become instinctually afraid of.
Yeah.
Now, once again, I read that and don't take that verbatim because I didn't fact check it. But it was what? What were the two fears?
Falling and loud noises.
So
Loud noises I don't really... Although when you're a kid, you don't really like loud noises,
Yeah,
do you?
children are absolutely...
Yeah.
So, I get that. And not being funny, if you hear a loud noise, you'll immediately...
Yeah.
So, I don't know falling, though. I don't ever fear falling.
No, I mean, that's the whole, what is the fear of heights? Essentially, that's a fear of heights.
Yeah, but I don't
Because
have
they
fear of
said-
heights either.
No, never do I.
So,
But when you were a kid, you did.
But I had to teach myself to not be afraid of spiders. But then my mum's petrified of spiders, so I guess that was probably passed on.
Yeah, I'd imagine that's where you learned that.
Yeah.
So I don't think either my mum or dad are scared of spiders, and I have no fear of spiders.
Do you have any fears of anything? Anything you're a little bit...
I mean, no. The problem is it sounds like I'm fucking really big-headed if I'm not scared of anything. But there's nothing that I'm like, oh...
squeamish about anything like that. But I'm not either, to be fair. But I told you, I think I mentioned in the previous pod of why I got over my fear of spiders, didn't I? That kid chased me with a spider once.
Yeah.
And I was like, fucking never again.
I've got a weakness and I
Yeah,
must mend
exactly,
it.
yeah. So I'll nip that in the bud. But I don't think I've got any phobias, I think is a better word.
There are more possible chess game variations than atoms in the universe. That can't be real. That can't be real. That's...
The thing is, the only reason that you could believe that is because this game of chess can go on for fucking ever. And if I played that same game of chess, but every time move a different pawn first, and then the second move I do differently, and then the third move, like it's gonna be almost infinite. So I mean,
Yeah, all right, fair enough. But then, I mean, you could say that about checkers then.
I mean, you could.
You could. Why are you laughing? As if I've said something stupid.
Just like
Why are you
said
laughing like
checkers
that?
specifically.
Because it's similar to chess.
No,
Do you know what I was going to go for originally? Noughts and crosses. Realised, not so much. Not so much. Not so many possibilities there.
Yeah. You could play little tiddlywinks, couldn't you? Think how many different tiddlies you could wink in.
Do it at football.
You could. Literally,
There's a limit to football.
more variations in football. Yeah.
There's 90 minutes in football, so you couldn't.
Yeah, I know, but...
To atoms in the universe. Don't be silly.
That is one of the ones that if I said, I don't believe that, I think I could...
Well, you could believe it.
I couldn't believe it as well. Like
But the football one or the...
No, the one you read out, the chess one.
Yeah. No, but now that you said that, I would believe it. Because obviously you could just... There are infinite possibilities.
Yeah.
Because you just keep the game going.
You could literally play one game that...
Yeah, never stopped.
Yeah.
The warty-comb jellyfish doesn't have an anus. So when it needs to poo, its gut fuses with an outer layer of its skin to create a hole in its body. After the deed is done, the hole closes back up.
That's pretty rank.
Bit weird, isn't it?
That's a bit of an odd one. Jellyfish are just... If someone told me actually jellyfish aren't
They're like aliens,
from this
aren't
planet,
they? Yeah.
I could believe it.
Jellyfish and octopus.
Yeah, I think...
Octopi. Octopi is the plural.
Is it?
Yes.
So if there's more than one octopus, it's octopi.
No. Yeah. Right, I'll go next round. Calm yourself.
Sorry.
Last but not least, sharks were roaming the planet before Saturn's rings formed. This is a shark's world. We're all just living in it.
Sharks are ancient.
How do you find that? It's what blows my mind about certain things like this. Is how do you know when Saturn's rings formed?
So that is a fantastic question that I can't answer. So
How do you figure that out? Who was the guy? One guy must have just made it up. 4 billion? Yeah, we'll go with that.
I mean, that's...
Why? Because the rocks, the way they
It
circulate.
would have been less than 500 million, to be clear. 4 billion was
the rocks and the way they circulate means that the gravitational pull on the items would be larger and the surface area would be more. 4 billion. Oh, right, yeah, cool. Nice one, Dave.
To be fair,
Cheers.
I suppose there is a mathematical way. Say, for example, like the moon is moving away from the Earth at a certain speed, a certain amount, every year.
Right.
So mathematically, you could work out, well, when was the point that it arrived, per se, because of the distance and the time that it travelled. So you might be able to say, well, over 10 years, Saturn's rings have moved this much.
Right.
So the starting point from when they would have got there, when would that have been? Now, I'm absolutely chatting shit on a way that it could work. I don't know. I'm just saying that
You had me. You had me when you started.
It's a theory.
I'm like, yeah, absolutely. Yeah. This is the problem. You were the smart scientist. I was the other guy. Yeah, Dave, yeah. That's right,
works.
you know.
I would believe it.
Yeah. Sharks were around before that, though, wouldn't they?
Yeah. That is mad, though, isn't it? How long sharks have been around.
Crazy. But obviously they're not I don't think they'd be in the form they are now. Yeah. It would be like no, you wouldn't have great whites running around, would you? It would be like a different species.
I mean, I'm not saying...
that evolved.
Well, I mean, I don't even know.
Do you reckon like a Mosasaurus would have been considered a shark?
I do not know.
No?
No, I don't. It's a good question, but I don't think that would have been a shark.
What's the clarification of a shark? What do you have to have to be a shark? When it's just a carnivorous...
Gills.
Just a carnivorous
lay
fish.
eggs. Well, you're not wrong. It is a fish.
Yeah, it's carnivorous.
Yeah, no, but obviously it has to qualify some... Because obviously a stingray is a shark. It's the chink in your armour, isn't it?
Yeah, maybe they were all stingrays.
Sorry, what?
They're mated with a pufferfish. Poof.
Yep, maybe that's it. Maybe stingrays were around before sharks, but they're all classified as sharks, so...
Maybe that's what they mean.
Yeah. Maybe... Maybe that's what they mean.
Science.
We've cracked it. If you want to know some real science stuff...
We're here for you.
Yeah, we've got it.
We are number one.
We also have phones in our hands that could find this information out immediately.
Immediately. We won't.
We're not going to do it.
You let us know.
Yeah. In those comments, you tell us what you think, but don't Google it.
So anyway, now that we've finished that fun-filled, fact-filled, fantastic segment, tell me about your day, Ryan.
I've been running 3 miles plus a day all week. All my car is being sorted.
Oh.
So, sadly, I've been waking up very early, much earlier than I would like to. Then the train station's 3 miles away. But when I finish work, I leave it to the last second to run to the train station, which is about 1.5 miles again. And then you very kindly pick me up from the station at the moment. Yes. Yeah. So, however, today, when I did my run, felt good.
Yeah?
Felt fit.
Much better than you were.
Yes.
That's good.
The first run, horrific.
Yeah.
I think I put a little thing in our Discord for the Bromantic Podcast.
Yes.
Just telling everyone that if you're starting something, keep at it, because it will make a difference if you do it every day.
Yeah, we got motivational shit in there. That's right.
That's what we do.
Yeah. We motivate, we inspire.
Who's going to carry the boats?
Mm-hmm.
Don't you forget it.
True that.
What about yourself?
Just work. I'm going on holiday next week, so I've been trying to get all my bits and bobs done before I go on holiday. So I'm kind of looking forward. Well, not kind of looking forward. I'm massively looking forward to that. Just a little break away from everything and a bit of peace and quiet in Wales. So yeah, going just catch up on some sleep really, and a bit of rest and relaxation time.
Much needed.
I've been a bit under the weather recently, so yeah, past few days I've been a little bit under the weather. I'm pretty sure I was hallucinating last night, which was fucking fantastic. Bit weird in bed.
It's never anything fun though, is it?
No, it's just boring shit.
I've never dragons.
It was like my work schedule in front of me. You know what I mean?
Was
Just
it like
weird.
Minority Report?
Yeah, a little bit like that. That's what I felt like, and I was trying to do stuff, and I was like, but obviously I was just lying in bed, sweating
Just going.
profusely, yeah, like the sun just on my face, like
Yeah.
that. Right, it's just weird. I've never had it before. I've never had that before, where I've been so ill that I've like hallucinated.
I think I have, but I wouldn't want to say for definite.
Just a bit weird, but we're all good now.
Smile told 1,000 lies. Yeah, Lovely, thank you for that.
You had a new sofa delivered today, didn't you?
I did, and you very kindly turned up just as it was delivered.
I
to help
did,
me
and
bring it
helped.
in. We did,
And Ryan and the sofa man had a bonding moment. Tell us about that bonding moment.
I don't know
Ryan.
why you find this so odd. Lots of people do stuff like this.
It's weird.
It wasn't weird.
Just tell the story, Ryan. What happened?
Yeah, but to me, there's no story.
Well, just tell us what happened.
Or I was taken out of his van. He jumped in the van,
Yeah.
got one end of it, started to walk it out.
Hmm.
Then he went. I said something about this would be much better for us, it's much bigger.
Yeah.
And he said, yeah, it's great. If you want like someone to sleep on it or something like that, it comes out as a bed. And I said, that's exactly why we've got it, because my mum wants to stay over. And he said, that's right. We use it for my mother-in-law.
Just to clarify, there was a pause. There was most definitely a pause after you went, yeah, we got it because my mum stays over. And
Because he was nodding
and
at
he
me.
was like,
No, there wasn't.
Yeah.
Gaz is going to make that sound more awkward than it ever was. It was a totally normal interaction. Two guys.
he did not give a shit.
He did.
That was the pure definition of when you start a conversation with someone and instantly regret it. Because they've just gone into it too much.
He
It's
was
pretty
well
good.
engaged.
He's just delivering a bed. He's like, pretty good that it lies down in it. And Ryan's like, yeah, absolutely, yeah. What is my mum stays at my house? And so we got
If he didn't want to talk about it, he wouldn't have engaged.
He's
the
just,
conversation.
all he wanted was, yeah, it's good.
That's not all he wanted. He wouldn't have said anything.
It's a nice, comfortable sofa. Yeah, no, it's good that it's comfortable because sometimes my back hurts.
Yeah. If he didn't want to hear something, he would have just said nothing. I don't follow you on this one.
Definitely didn't
If I'm
care.
delivering something, or if I'm dropping something off or whatever, and I engage conversation with them,
But you can't silently move a sofa out the back of a van. So you make light shit small talk that no one really replies to and no one cares about. But you can't turn that into a conversation.
you can.
You can't because nobody
But
cares.
also, I didn't fucking waffle
my
on at
mum.
him.
Yeah, my mum. No, because I said something.
No,
I
you
should have
didn't.
carried on.
No.
I was
No.
like, tell them more about your life, Rob.
No, yeah, that was much afterwards that you said that. That was a very normal interaction.
It wasn't.
It
wasn't.
was.
It made my
I don't know
day.
why you hate on that so much. It was just me being friendly. I'm a cool guy. People like to speak to me. I thought I'd engage with them.
No. It's good that I've got a van to deliver, isn't it? Yeah, I want a van.
Yeah, that would make sense. He wouldn't have said about the fucking van if he didn't want a
It's
conversation
light,
about it.
small talk. Grass is nice out here. Yeah, this is how I treat it. Oh, God. Don't care.
Well, then don't ask
Just
about
making
it.
conversation. Not asking, just telling you.
Well, you just want thanks.
Yeah, that's literally what I'd have done. If he had gone to me, oh, it's good that it's in the bed, isn't it? I'd be like, yeah.
And that he'd gone in his head. What a rude prick.
Why would he?
He'd gone, I'm trying to have a conversation with him. Just give me one word answers.
I'm trying to move a bed. Not have a conversation. I invite you over for tea.
And
I
that's
invite you
your
to deliver a
prerogative.
bed. No. Your
He
problem.
was like, I'm gonna. No, I didn't call it a problem. I called it a prerogative.
It's a problem.
Just the way you fucking hating on me. Anyway, that is the genuine thing that happened.
I think
I'll
that.
tell you what, fucking comment on that.
I
Fucking comment on that. I'm
I
dead
think you
interested
may
now.
just about have an issue with boundaries. That's what I'm saying to you.
Fucking no.
You got an issue with
No,
boundaries.
if you engage
You've
in
got boundaries
something...
problem.
No. I literally...
It's small talk. You
Yes,
can't have a
it was
conversation
only
about
small
small
talk.
talk.
It was small
You can't
talk.
start telling him about your mum staying at your house and stuff. He doesn't care. He
It's
just wants to
small
tell
talk.
you. All
It's
he
almost
wants
I don't
is
care.
to drop a bed off and tell you. Oh, it's like a little bit of subtle advertising. Yeah, it turns into a
Why
bed
is only
dish.
fucking advertising? I've already bought the
Yeah, it's
fucker.
like, oh, it turns into a bed dish. Did you know that? Yeah, I did. Oh, cool. That's what he wanted.
No,
Just-
he didn't.
He didn't want.
What a dead
yeah,
reply.
the reason
Yeah, I knew
I
that. Shut
actually-
the fuck up, you idiot.
Perfect. Again, boundaries. You don't need to go that far into it. You just say yeah.
No, years dead.
Huh?
If I come away from something,
Hmm.
I was dropping something off, and I went to him, oh, blah, 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 whatever about it, and he went, yeah. When I get in that car, I'd ring my missus and be like, who's a fucking boring cunt? I wouldn't say Z word.
And do you know what I do? Not give a shit, because you're never going to be in my life again.
Yeah.
You're not going to be my regularly delivery guy. We're never going to see each
No.
other again.
Yeah, but it's nice to interact in that short period
If you
of time.
see him again on the streets, will you be like, you delivered my sofa?
No.
You will.
Tell you what.
You definitely will.
Though, talking about small talk and that, I don't know why this. You know, you walk past someone and you think, I've got to ask him. So some bloke come up to me today at work and said, "Excuse me, do you know where the toilets are?" Now, I'm not going to lie to you. The toilets where I'm working at the minute, I've got no idea where they are. I've tried to get to them once and gave up.
Right.
Anyway, so this guy comes up to me. Anyway, I said to him, "Look, mate," I gave him the roughest directions of all time. He's like, but I couldn't find it personally.
Right.
And so we had a little bit of a banter about it. Bit of small talk. And he was like, "Oh, I've only gone and asked the only person who doesn't know." Anyway.
And what did you think at that point? It's okay, mate.
No, I didn't. You're wrong. Anyway, later on, when I was working on the roof, he came up. And I thought, just don't ask him. Don't ask him. But then we crossed paths again. And I went, "Sorry, mate, are you the bloke that asked me in the toilet so earlier?" And he went, "Yeah, I was actually." And I said, "Did you ever find him?" And he went, "Fucking, mate, I did. But," and then I was like, "See, a little bit of small talk goes a long way. We're now friends."
Sorry, no. Long way where?
Cheering each other up, having a making the day better.
Honestly. How does that make your day better?
Because we had a laugh about it.
Oh, of course you did. Our toilet's hard to find.
Yeah.
No Weatherspoons. Their toilet's hard to find. Really long way away.
Yeah.
We could make jokes in Weatherspoons for days with all the customers and make friends. Make our days better.
No, I'm not making a friend. Just brightening someone's day. That's what we do here at the Bromantic Podcast. We brighten people's days.
And then when you see him at work tomorrow, you're going to be like, toilets are hard to find, aren't they? And he'll be like, yep.
No. I'll have fresh material by then.
Sofa delivered yesterday.
I can use that.
My mum's going to sleep on it.
She is! She is going to
Turns
sleep
into a
on it.
bed. Apologies, it was just a highlight of my day. That's how dead my days are.
I was going to say,
was a highlight
that's
of
just
my
more
day.
about you, mate.
Yeah,
That says
100%.
more about you.
I don't deny that whatsoever. So,
Right, anyway.
yeah. Very quick little game for you. About absolutely no bearing to the podcast whatsoever. I just want to know if you know the difference between these two things. I'm going to give you a list of things. What's the difference? What separates them?
Yeah, I love this.
Difference between a castle and a palace.
Amazing start. I'm going to go with moat on a castle. I'm going to go with towers. And I'm going to go with, for a palace, I'm going to go with pointy roofs on their towers.
So it's a lot more broad than that. You can go a bit broader.
Okay, I'm going to go with royalty lives in a castle and
So you're going to hate yourself now because it's very obvious.
one's spelt P-A. It's really obvious.
A castle is built for safety and defence,
Right.
whereas a palace is built for luxury and comfort.
Okay, that's fucking obvious.
Yeah, really annoying.
I just didn't think it'd be that simple.
Yeah. What's the difference between the sea and the ocean?
Great question again. This is good. I'm enjoying this already. I want you to know that. I'm having a good time. I'm actually having a good time. I think the oceans, there's 7 seas, and they... What's the fucking difference between sea and an ocean? I'm going to go with... I feel like I know as well. I feel like I've looked this up before.
So the sea is partially enclosed by land.
I knew it's still land.
An ocean has no boundaries.
That's amazing.
But then surely all oceans are partially enclosed by land.
No, essentially it's the sea that cuts it off.
Okay. Cool. Glad you knew that.
I told you, I looked that up before, so it's a bit pissed off I couldn't get it.
Next one. What's the difference between a graveyard and a cemetery?
Another fantastic question.
Now, you can figure this out.
Really?
Yes, you can figure this out.
Is that one in a cathedral, one's in a church? One's in a church, one's in a field?
You're along the right
It's
lines.
where they are, type thing.
So you almost had it with your last one.
One's got a church, one hasn't.
Bang on. Graveyard is attached to a church,
Yeah.
and a cemetery has no church attached.
Well done, that's pretty cool. Makes sense as well.
What's the difference between climate and weather?
I mean, my guess would be climate is like weather is the present. What the weather is what's happening now, and the climate is what's like the whole thing. Of
Yes. Basically, yes.
Yeah.
Climate is a long-term pattern of weather.
Yeah.
Weather is short-term state of the atmosphere.
Smash that one, didn't I?
Very, very good.
Thank you. It's
What
probably
is
the best game we've ever played.
What is the difference between a flyover and a bridge?
I'm guessing it's got to do with how it's supported.
Mm-hmm.
So a flyover. I'm going to be honest, mate. I don't even know what a flyover is really. I'm trying to picture one. I'm thinking, I don't know what the fuck it is. How can I picture one? I don't know what it is.
So a flyover is a route built over the road.
Yeah.
And a bridge is a route built over water.
No.
Yeah.
Is that just literally...
Yeah. It's
So
literally
if you
as simple as it
see...
is. So the things that go over motorways?
Yeah, they're flyovers.
Flyovers, not a
Do
bridge.
you know what? It was that simple. That's what I was picturing a flyover as, but I was thinking, well, no, that's just a bridge.
Yeah.
So that actually, I've learned something there.
Bang on. That's it.
No, that's not the end of the game, is
That's
it?
the end of the game.
No.
Yep. Welcome back from that commercial break.
That was commercial and breaky.
It
Quite
was
the commercial
Quite a
break.
break, wasn't it? Next one.
Mm-hmm.
I've got you 15 uncomfortable but healthy questions
Ooh.
for you to ask your best friend or partner. And as you are my partner...
We all know, not best friend.
you know... Okay, all right. That was a bit much.
That's what you said, mate.
Yeah.
That's quite...
I didn't say you weren't my best friend.
I mean, you literally said somebody else was.
There's more than one. Anyway.
My best
Tell me-
friends.
Number 1. Tell me something I did that you didn't like, but that you didn't tell me.
You on Hearthstone
Fuck off.
bought these
No way.
blood.
Yeah, but you told me.
gems.
You told me, so
Yeah,
you
but-
can't use that. Because you told me.
Because that pisses me off.
Something you did that I didn't like. I think we're fairly open, though.
The problem is, if you do something I don't like, I just tell you.
Oh, yeah, do you know what I mean?
No.
But this thing, I think we're pretty open in terms of like, yeah, don't do that. That's
I
annoying.
don't think I've ever gone back home to that could have been like, guess did this
Do
today.
you remember that time?
Yeah. Yeah, no, I've got nothing.
I honestly don't really have anything for that either.
No.
If we think of something by
I
the
want to
end,
think of something that's just like, you put that book there and I didn't like it very much. Like,
I'll be like, yeah, but the problem is I'll be like, you can move it if you want.
yeah, I know, that's what I mean. That's why I'm not...
It's no problem. Tell me something you really think I should change.
You've made a lot of good changes in the last year. All things that I've wanted you to change and openly said to you. So,
The way you think of yourself.
no, well,
I think you should change that. How much you want to go into that is entirely up to you. But I think the way you picture yourself in your head is incorrect. And I think you're very hard on yourself, even though you do an extremely good job at what you do.
I appreciate that.
So, yeah, that's something I think you should change.
Yeah.
Because I think your mood and everything would improve greatly if you just improved your... I don't think it's self-belief.
I've got to be honest
Your
with you.
opinion of yourself.
Well, on a positive note,
Mm.
fingers crossed. As you know, we received some good news last week.
Yep.
Yeah, and at work, only a little bump in the pay.
Excellent.
So, with the good news that was last week as well, I feel like things will be taking a turn for the better soon, and then I can be less stressed about all of the negatives.
That's fair. I do think, stress aside, pay aside and all that lot, what you think of yourself, of what you do, I don't think matches what you do. Does that make sense?
Yeah, no, I appreciate that. Yeah, I don't know. I just don't feel like it's worth much. Well, hence your...
That's what you should change.
Fair.
Because I think if you sat the missus down, and if little man could speak and you asked him, both of them would be massively grateful of all the hard work you put in and the sacrifices you make and everything. So
I think you're doing ace. I haven't really got anything you should change. I think you should just...
some fantastic.
I know, I literally agree.
Just good
I think you
humour.
should just plough on as you are.
Yeah. Lose more weight faster.
Yeah, no.
Get some
I
pills.
think you're doing it good... No. doing it a good, healthy way, training with Elijah.
I want to get what are them pills that the celebrities are taking. Now they're like, I think it's like diabetes medication or something.
Oh, yeah, I heard about this, yeah.
And it's running out. They're running out because of diabetics.
God, that's awful.
Because celebrities are taking them.
Why don't you just take cocaine? That's really good for weight loss.
Yeah?
Or is it heroin?
I just feel heroin's pretty good.
Yeah.
I feel like it's a bad example for Elijah.
Well, don't tell him.
Well, maybe if he tries it, he'll become immune to it.
Is that
I'm
how it
sure
works?
that works.
Yeah. Fine.
You know, microdosing. Microdose your child on heroin. Top tips for Bromantic.
There you go. You got it.
Jesus Christ. What's one question you've never really asked me?
I mean, fucking...
There's many.
Yeah.
None important.
Well, yeah, I was going to say, what's one question that I want to ask? But I
Yeah,
haven't
yeah,
asked
yeah.
you, is probably, but...
That's the...
But the problem is, if I want to ask you something, I just ask you.
I feel like some of these quizzes are like... I think they expect people to be really closed off. But I don't think... And I don't think it's because we're like, oh, we're so connected to our emotions. We're like really, really open with each other. I just don't think we care enough to be like, oh, no, I've got to hide that from him.
Yeah, that's
do you know what I mean?
that's what it is more, yeah.
Just like, yeah, this happened.
Just chat to you about it.
Yeah. One question I've never asked you. How many...
I knew you were going to ask a stupid question. I fucking knew it.
How do you know it's a stupid question?
Oh, because it starts with how many.
How many children would you like?
God.
To fight. How many children would you like?
So growing up, I always wanted 4.
Really?
Now, I think 2 at max.
Really? Okay. Why has that changed?
Oh, because I've had one boy.
Okay.
Right? It now worries me because I would want 4 boys.
Okay.
But if I had a girl first, I think I'd want 4 girls.
Mm.
But I think the likelihood of getting 4 of one gender is...
That's difficult.
So I think 2 would be my max because I feel like I've still got a chance really of getting, but I think I'm pushing it once I go beyond that.
Okay.
Yeah, I do think I would like I know it's like perfect world stuff, but if I could just have one gendered child, I'd be very happy.
Oh,
What about, can I ask you the same question?
You can. I always wanted 3. 2 boys, then a girl.
Oh.
Because the boys would look after the girl.
Yep.
But I genuinely think what I would probably do is have as many kids until I had a girl.
Really?
Yeah. So if I had boy, girl, that would be... Or if I had a girl now, if I had a girl next,
Just
that's
done.
where...
Yeah.
I think that's where I would
I like that.
go.
That's pretty cool. That's good.
Girl ruins the line.
Yeah. Ruins.
Ruins it, yeah.
I mean, ends.
No, ruins.
No, I meant what I said.
Yeah. Have you ever felt like our friendship was one-sided? And if so, when?
Yes. I feel like I have lent on you a lot more than you've lent on me. So, I have definitely at times felt it be one-sided, yes.
I don't see that as one-sided because I see that I don't see it as a task
Okay.
within a friendship.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't see it as one-sided. I think what's quite good about our friendship is that I don't feel like there's an acknowledgement of it being a one-sided thing. So I feel like if there was a time where I was like, I really need your help for the next 4 weeks, you wouldn't get to the end of the 4 weeks and be like, wow, it's my turn now. Do you know what I mean? Like, it wouldn't be that kind. And I feel like that's what's a really good thing about our friendship. In the same way that when something goes wrong, we don't blame each other. We also don't be like, well, I did this for you the other day. Do you remember that time? It's not like a point square. It's just like, look, if you need me, I'm here. Yeah. And we both are aware. Yeah. If you need them, they're there. Like,
I think one of my favourite things is the non-blame thing.
Yeah.
We almost find it amusing. Yeah. But if we start blaming each other.
Oh, fucked it.
Yeah. Yeah. I think that I think is a real quality to have in a friendship. To just, even if it's like so blatantly one person's fault, we're still like, well, we fucked it.
Yeah. What can you do?
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I don't think it feels one-sided because I know
regardless of anything, that if at any point I rung you and said I need X, Y, Z, and I know that people say this all the time about their, but I know if I rung you and said I need X, Y, Z, you'd be like, no worries, got it.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Definitely.
So,
And I know as well, my missus would like back. Like, she'd be like, get out there now and do it.
Yeah,
Like,
100%. Is there something you've been holding back from telling me, but you think I should know?
I feel like that's been asked in a different way already.
I'm ginger. I think you should know now.
What?
Do you think there's an aspect of my personality that pushes people away?
Yes.
Yes.
It's there on purpose.
Yeah. You're quite proud of it. You brag about it a lot.
This is not meant to be that type of question. This is not meant to go that way.
I think you're. Sometimes you can be a bit selfish.
Yeah.
And that's the
That
aspect
really
of,
pushes people back.
Sometimes
Yeah.
you put on a mask, a front with others. And it can, yeah, no,
We were both immediately like,
yeah. Yeah, actually, we've trained that part of us highly.
Yeah.
Have
question.
have you ever been hurt by something I said or did and we never discussed it?
Yeah, I've got nothing. I've never.
The thing is, I don't think there's a part of the friendship where we're like, I couldn't talk to him about that.
That's what I mean.
I couldn't possibly say that to him. It wouldn't make sense.
Just quickly as well. I think what's interesting is even if you lied to me, and it was like a clear lie, I don't think it'd bother me. I don't know, but if you said something to me that you kind of didn't want to say to me, so you told me a lie instead, I would totally be fine with that as well. I wouldn't
give me an example.
So, for example, if something popped up on your phone, for example, and I saw it, and I was like, "What's that?" and you just went, "Oh, it's just this," I would let that lie.
Now you're saying that, I'm trying to think if I've ever done that. I'm like, I don't think I have ever done that.
Nah, I don't think you have. I can't recall anything. But I feel like I would fully respect if there was something you didn't want to say.
Okay.
Like, I wouldn't push you on it.
Yeah.
Because I feel like you would just... Yes,
yeah.
That's what I mean. I feel like you would just tell me anything. So if there was genuinely something you didn't want to say, I would just be like, I'll leave that.
Okay, yeah, no, that makes sense. Yeah. Well, number 8. Is there a part of your life that you feel like I don't understand or acknowledge?
Yes.
Okay. What part is that?
No, that's a poor wording of it, but because I think you do fully understand it and acknowledge it, you just don't care about it. And that is my love of sport.
Oh yeah, fuck off. No, I understand and I do acknowledge it very much so.
Yeah.
I just couldn't give 2 fucks.
Yeah.
Like, honestly. Really don't care. Absolutely not. Part of my life I feel like you don't understand or acknowledge.
One thing I think we're both very good at as well is just giving a shit. Like, even if you said to me, I went to the ballet the other week, I'd go, oh yeah. I wouldn't go, oh, I don't want to hear about that, guys. Do you know what I mean? I would just be like, well, tell me about it then.
Yeah, go on then. Get it out in the open.
Yeah, that's it.
Go on. We both know that neither of us have got anyone else to talk to. So
Yeah,
just
exactly. Literally.
Go.
Come on, let's get up your chest, boy. Let's go.
Do you feel I support your dreams and ambitions as much as I could?
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely.
I don't ever doubt that.
I don't think anything you would say would be detrimental.
No.
Do you know what I mean? Even if it was negative,
Yes.
I don't think you would say it, you wouldn't say it to be negative. You would say it in like fix this.
Yes.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Not you're shit at that.
Yeah. That just don't bother me.
Just
awful.
That's your dream.
Yeah.
Oh.
You need a new one, mate.
Yeah. Is there any others? Maybe go back to sleep. Is there a belief or value that I hold that you strongly disagree with, but haven't mentioned? Ooh,
That's a pretty good
interesting.
one. Yeah, literally. Belief or value. Annoyingly, we're quite similar.
This is the other issue.
Yeah.
No,
I thought this would be good if you had too controversial. I was like, nice. I wish you weren't part of the neo-Nazi camp.
I really don't like that you go to Hitler celebration Sundays.
Yeah, but they are good.
They're fantastic celebrations.
Yeah.
No skinheads and out at our party. Yeah, belief or value I hold that you strongly disagree with,
I think
but
strongly
haven't
as well
mentioned.
is even...
I think this is the thing. Strongly disagree with no. Like, I know we differ on parenting styles. That's one of the only things I would say that we greatly differ on. Not really greatly.
Not really.
But, like, it's something that I would highlight as one of the main differences, the way we parent.
Mhm.
Although, but it's not really strongly... I don't disagree
I was going to
with your
say,
parenting
I don't
style.
disagree with your
That's what
style.
I mean.
It's
Like,
just
it's
different.
not... Yeah.
We're also not really into anything. Do you know what I mean? We don't have any big political views, not religious, nothing. It's hard to disagree with stuff that we don't have any partaking
I
in.
disagree with your taste in furniture.
Yeah.
It's awful.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Hate it.
Me too.
Curtains. I'll tell you what, though. Jade recently has got her office for her. She's obviously starting her psychotherapy. She's decorated her office. It's outstanding.
Yeah.
Like, you walk in and I'm like, hang
Nice.
on, this is really fucking nice.
Yeah.
It makes me think I should have decorated my office better when I had the other office. So like, it just makes you feel like you're at work or like you're in a nice area,
I agree
not
with
just
that.
in a room with a desk.
Yeah. I do
Which is-
strongly agree with that.
Yeah. I didn't even see it because I always just thought it's got a desk, it's fine.
Yeah. Yeah, but I think that's a manly quality, isn't
Yeah.
it? You just don't need much to be happy.
But then you walk into a room like that, and I'm like, because it's obviously her and her friend that have decorated it. I'm like, this is fucking phenomenal. Like, why have you put that there? But it looks amazing.
I know what you mean, but I've lived in a small room with a mattress on the floor and just enjoyed it just as much as living in a room that's really nice. So,
Question 11. Have you ever felt judged by me? And if so, about what? Being fat.
I'll say that.
I wouldn't say judged, though. Judged is
No,
such a
I
negative
know,
connotation,
yeah.
isn't it?
I've accepted that because it's as close as I
Yeah.
can get, but I wasn't like...
You disgusting.
Ugh.
I would say judged in the way of you're like, you could do better.
Yes, I think
Like-
so, yeah.
Also not judgy people. This is...
No, yeah.
I'm having an issue.
I'm going to go with you've been judgy on my previous life.
That's fair.
Yeah.
That's fair. Yeah, I wouldn't say I'd judge you now for it, though.
No.
Yeah, that's fair enough. Is there a moment when you felt I wasn't there for you when you needed me the most? God. That time when you didn't
I
call
would
me?
say you've been there for me at times when I've not even requested it.
Okay.
So you've been like, I'm going to come and do that for you. Or like, well, I'm going to pick you up and we're going to go and do that.
All right, yeah.
If I've been like, oh, fuck, I really need to do this, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
Tiny example of today. Becca need that thing printed.
Yeah.
And you're just like, you've done it, you brought it over, she sorted it, it's all done.
Yeah, yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Do you feel there's part of yourself that you can't express around me? I'm gay. And he's homophobic.
I want you to know you expressed that a lot.
That's the biggest thing I get from you. That's the only.
So if you're worried about not expressing that,
You've done a god awful job. I want to see what it's like when you do express it.
yeah, basically.
So that was a fantastic retort. Yeah, I'm gay. He's homophobic. You tell me that all the time.
Yeah.
So.
You've expressed it more than I can even say. I can't express sports around you.
That's absolutely fair. I mean, you can express them. Just know I'm not going to care.
Yeah, I know. You've even pretended to sleep once.
The thing is, if I feign interest, you then catch yourself.
Yeah.
You'll start telling me, and I'll be like, "Oh, right, yeah," and you're like, "You don't care.
Nah.
It's fine."
We did that on the podcast once.
And you're like, "Yeah, it's fair."
Yeah.
I'm like, "Thank God he stopped." Jesus,
Yeah.
I was about to learn something about sports. Joe, one funny thing, the reel we released the other day about the months.
Yeah.
Jade was like, Ryan's face in that reel is just encapsulated by the fact. And I was like, he loves a fact. As well I'm going, yeah, I think he's, and you're like, she was like, he looks fascinating.
I am.
I'm like, it's kind of a shock between me knowing something he doesn't and a fact. Like,
What I
hold
love as
on.
well is I even said to you, I'm not really too clued up on time,
Yeah.
and then you were like, I've got something.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Let me make something up on the spot. Julius!
Mate, if you made that up, that would be unbelievable.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Have you ever felt envious or resentful towards me, and why?
My thing is like, I've always been happy for you, so it can't be envious, if you know what I mean.
I don't think resentful.
Yeah.
I don't find anything resentful. I'm trying to think of something, not envious, but something I'm like, oh, that's pretty fucking cool.
I've definitely, like, you've done stuff and I've been like, I'd like that.
Mm.
But it's not been in envy.
No, that's what I mean. Like, it's not going to be an envious where I'm like, I wish it were mine.
Yeah. I've never walked through my front door again and been like, fucking Gaz, he's got that fucking thing. Right.
I'm envious that you haven't done that.
Yeah,
That's
fair
what annoys
enough,
me.
yeah,
I do
yeah.
it all the time.
You try and up yourself every day to get me to envy
I'm like,
you.
for fuck's sake,
It's
Ryan.
like, oh, you just said well done again.
Why is he so nice to me? No, I don't know.
Yeah.
Envious. The fact that you can eat anything you want and you stay in very good shape annoys the shit out of me.
Okay. You know what? Fair. That is a lot of people's. That is probably
It's
one of the things
remarkable.
people say to me the most.
Yeah, it's remarkable.
Yeah.
Because you do stay in, it's not just like you're in an average shape, you're in good shape, but yet you eat cake more than I
I want
eat.
you to know that before we did this, I ate a whole box of Thornton's chocolates.
Thanks,
Before
mate.
we came out
Yeah,
here.
appreciate that. Thanks for letting me know.
Yeah.
And he's still got a six pack. So I want you to know that I ate carrots and chicken before we started. So,
Nice.
last one.
Okay. We've smashed it so far.
I just think long and hard about this. And it seems like a really ominous question.
Yeah.
Is there something about our relationship that you're afraid to lose?
Just quickly, I'm envious of your hair. I think it's glorious.
Okay.
So that is one of the things
Oh.
I'm envious about, yeah. I would love to be able to grow mine that long. I just haven't. I just can't do it.
I mean, you could.
Yeah, but I just can't.
You just haven't.
Yeah, but like, I've tried multiple times and I
You're
can't
like,
get there.
same with the cake, mate. Yeah, I could. Yeah, just haven't. What question was that again? Judging who?
Oh dear.
Yeah.
Okay.
The part of our road.
Have I felt
This.
judgment?
Here we go. This. This is what I wouldn't want to lose.
God, there
I
were
think-
so many things
yeah.
for that question, though.
Thing is, I think is that we're afraid we're losing now?
Do you mind repeating it for the wording?
Is there something about our relationship that you're afraid to lose? Is that something that we're afraid is going?
Well, all right. So, surface level, I would be gutted to lose the fact that we meet up and do the poddy and play games and chill out.
Okay. So
Like-
not something that we're losing, something that if we weren't friends anymore.
Yes, that's how I'm
something you would
taking
be-
it.
okay.
Yeah.
I mean, pretty much everything.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. There's not really many things that I'd be glad to lose. I don't think there's anything I'd be glad to lose.
Yeah. I think the way we bounce off each other, even like I know in a lot of like podcasts and stuff that people see, a lot of it's edited and stuff like that. But I feel like on and off pod, we bounce off each other very well.
Yeah.
Like in terms of conversation and laughing, and like a joke will roll into another joke to another joke to another joke to
Yeah.
and that's something that I think is really, really rare to find with someone. It's just someone that you connect with like that. That's what I think I would
think
miss the most.
Even like earlier, so we were in
Yeah.
a little group chat, and Gaz was putting some comments on there, but I was the only one that would really detect their jokes the way they are. So people are replying to Gaz seriously,
Oh, it's
and I'm
awful.
like, every now and then I'm at work, so I'm like trying to jump on. I'm like, don't reply to Gaz.
Yeah, I just messaged him. I was like, thanks for not jumping in at that point
Yeah.
because everyone now thinks I'm really into this.
Yeah.
So
And I'm sorry, I couldn't be there for you. I was busy.
yeah, but I think that's something that that like the biggest thing I would be like, fuck. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I think I would miss or losing. I've said it before on a pod, and I feel like we're family, but I don't feel that. I've never really felt that with someone like not literal family, and I feel like that is a feeling that I would hate losing. Like I've never felt it, and I feel like it's something I think is very dear to me because of that.
Yeah. That makes
So I
sense.
think that is something from like in me anyway.
Yeah.
That I would definitely feel a certain way about losing that. Definitely.
Hmm.
Yeah, because a good way of looking at it is I've done many jobs. I've never stayed friends with anyone.
Yeah.
That from previous jobs, but when it comes to you, I absolutely didn't want to lose our friendship in any way, shape, or form. We've remained friends without it.
It's pretty much the same. You know the amount of people that have come and gone that I've been good friends with and stuff like that. And they've gone and they've gone down their own thing. We lose touch and all that lot. And we haven't at all. We don't want to. And I feel like I've made much more, much more of an effort not to do that. So, yeah.
Yeah. And what's lovely as well is it didn't feel like effort.
No.
It felt very like a smooth transition almost.
Yeah, that's one of my favourite things about when we met. Is like properly met. Obviously, we've met previously. Like
not the first meeting.
Yeah, the first meeting. Like
that sounds really ominous.
Yeah. But like when we first properly met was like a 12-hour night shift.
Yeah.
And it was like 3 hours went past and we were finished. Do you know what I mean? It wasn't. There was no awkwardness. There was no silence. It was just chit chat, and it was like, oh, and shift's done.
And then
do you know
everyone.
Yeah, and then literally, So yeah. No, that's I think that's one of my favourite things about like how our friendship started was like there was zero awkward part.
Yes.
Do you know what I mean? It was just boom. Oh, we're pals.
Yeah.
Good to know.
Yeah.
Do you know what I
Lovely
mean?
stuff. Well, same again tomorrow.
Yeah, see you tomorrow. Yeah. I'll bring the snacks.
Yeah. I think that's you're absolutely right. And even like when we meet up now and do this stuff, I always think one of the things that I love is it's never business. We sit down, we have a chill, a chat, play a game maybe, do the podcast, do a live,
the
do
fact
whatever.
that we still haven't got it down from like 6 hours to film a pod is mental.
Every time we're like, right, we're going to get in, we're going to just do the podcast, get out.
Well, I've got a really early start tomorrow. I need an hour and a half, quick film, blah, blah, blah. 3 a.m.
It's unbelievable.
You know what I mean?
It literally is. Like, not being funny, what's the time now? It's just gone midnight. I've got to be up at 5.
Yeah.
And what time did you get here? 9?
I'll go there at 9, yeah.
9, right.
We have filmed the whole podcast.
We said we needed to do...
We're not even filming a whole podcast. This is what's mental. We've only filmed this bit.
That's what I was going to say. We're only minutes doing a 20-minute. That's exactly my point, though. Is it's meant to be a 20-minute segment.
Yeah.
We've got loads of stuff together, and we've waffled and stretched
This was meant to take 10 minutes, and then we were going to do some emails. We haven't got time. We're literally 35 minutes in.
Unbelievable. But that's what we're like.
Yeah.
We just can't help ourselves.
That is the end of the thing, which was good. I enjoyed that.
I also want people to know that every single lunchtime, me and Gaz play a game together. How sweet is that?
That's the odd one we miss.
Yeah, well, if one of us
99%.
is busy, if one of us is too busy, blah, blah, blah. Sometimes I work through my lunch break and sometimes Gaz is obviously busy as well. But every time one of us will message the other and be like, "How'd you go?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I shall be on soon.
Even today, I'll message you and you weren't free.
Yeah.
And then messaged again.
I was like, I guess I missed it. Yeah.
And then I said to Bill, who I work with, I was like, have I got time? And he was like, yeah. Get on the go now.
Let's do it now. Go. Guys, we were going to throw some emails in at the end, but
we've run out of time.
Maybe we'll do an episode of emails.
Yeah.
Maybe we won't.
No.
Maybe we'll do an episode of emails for the donators. We'll do a little donation email love.
I like that. That's good. Yeah. So you better get subscribing and donating.
Love, like, subscribe, do all the good stuff. Put in the comments what your favourite word is to say when you've eaten a delicious meal.
Oh, can I tell you mine? That's so weird that you do this.
Absolutely.
That you've done this because I've recently, well, not me personally, but Atlas Loves Ice Age.
Okay.
So we've been watching 1 to 5, basically,
Right.
quite regularly. But whenever I eat anything that Becca makes now, I say what Sid says. And they go, ooh, yummo!
That's horrific.
I know!
That's so bad.
And every time before I go to quote Sid, I don't know what I'm saying.
Ooh, yummo.
Yeah. Ooh, yummo!
I feel
But
really
it
sorry.
makes Becca laugh every
Oh, really?
time. Yeah,
I was
so
saying, if I was Becca, I'd be like, Jesus fucking
I
Christ.
know,
this
whatever,
guy.
married.
Yeah.
But for some reason, she finds that amusing as well. So the second she stops laughing, I'll be like, need anything.
Yeah. Let's watch a different film.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. We love you all. We'll see you maybe in a few weeks' time.
Yeah, see you later, alligator.
Male giraffes will taste a female giraffe's urine to see if she's ready to mate.
Oh, yeah, I've seen that on the documentary.
That's a bit weird.
Yeah, weird, yeah.
Ryan's dipping his finger in the toilet.
Yeah. She's ready.
She's prime.